This is part 3 of the creating a water surface texture lesson, and all we have left to do is apply a color gradient to our texture. So we'll be continuing with our nested 3D enabled composition layer. And in order to apply our gradient, we're going to use the gradient ramp effect, which we're going to apply to another solid. So inside of our main water composition, let's come up to the layer menu. Let's come down to new. Let's choose solid. Let's name this gradient. We'll choose make comp size, which is 900 by 450. Let's choose OK. We'll see that showing up down in the timeline panel. Let's go back to our effects and presets. Let's clear out our search for glass, and let's come in here and search for the word gradient. So I'll start typing GRAD. Down here under generate, I can see this effect here called gradient ramp. Let's click and drag and apply this to our gradient solid. And we'll immediately see a gradient created that goes from black to white. Now over in the effect controls, the way we work with gradients inside of After Effects is each gradient has a target, very similar to some of the other effects that we've seen throughout the course, and each target has a color associated to it. So if I come in here and change the Y value of the start ramp, for example, which is black, this is going to be this target item here. If I come in here and just drag this around, I can change the direction of the gradient. And I can do the same thing for the ending gradient. So I can grab the second target and move these around. So I'm going to undo this. We'll get back to the beginning. And what I want to do is I first want to change the colors. So for the start color, the color at the top, let's click on the swatch. Let's come in here and change the start color. So I'm going to use the hexadecimal down here. We're going to set 65 for red, CA for green, and 2 Fs for blue. That's going to give us this light blue color. We're going to click OK. Next, let's come over here and click on the swatch for the end color. I'll use hexadecimal again. Let's come down here and set red to 19, 54 for green, and 87 for blue. That'll give us this darker blue, and then we'll choose OK. And now with these two colors set, we're going to apply this into the texture, and we're going to use a blend mode to do this. Now earlier we enabled blending modes in our timeline panel. So if you don't see the mode category here, if you're using a Creative Cloud version of After Effects, you should have a blending mode option over here in the lower left-hand corner that you can turn on and off to enable or disable modes. Or in all versions of After Effects, in the topmost titling layer, you can right-click, come down to columns, and you can turn on modes. In either case, you'll end up with this mode column here. So for the gradient solid, let's come in here and select the mode, and let's come down here and change this to overlay. And as soon as you select that, you'll see that this color is now being applied to the texture, giving us this really beautiful water surface effect from that CC glass and the fractal noise. Now I used this same technique when creating a design element for a design conference. We used artwork generated from After Effects on a 38-inch by 58-inch poster, which had a copy of the entire event schedule. And we also animated this same artwork for the mobile web application that showcased all of the design work created by the attendees of the conference. And that web application is still available online if you want to check it out.